Hello and welcome back to Diary of My Frugal Life. Today is Sunday the 22nd of December and I'm here to show you a Portuguese recipe that is traditional for Christmas and is filhoses. Depending on where from in Portugal you're from, there are different ways to make these. But the recipe I'm going to use is the recipe that is originally from the countryside where my parents are from, Beira Baixa, and that's what I'm going to make. But before I start with that, I just want to show you my sourdough starter. So I made this on last Monday, the 16th, and it's been bubbling, so it's active. And yes, it hasn't doubled size. I think, you know, it's going to take a little longer because my house is quite cold. It's not even near the 20 degrees that is needed. So I think that's why, and I've been feeding it every day. But what I want to say is I've been using the discard for other recipes and I'm really pleased. So the first recipe I made was sourdough waffles, and wow, what a difference. They are so fluffy, they're so nice compared with the normal traditional recipe. I think the fermentation from the sourdough starter, because it's a discard but it's still a starter, right? Yeah, kind of, isn't it? There's like the fermentation is there, made the waffles taste really nice. I really like them. They're finished, I need to make some more, and yesterday I used some more discard for a sourdough short crust pastry, and wow, the difference between that recipe and my old recipe. I'm never again going to make my old recipe because wow, it was so nice, soft and flaky. It's really nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. But of course, if you don't want to make a sourdough starter, I can't recommend you to do that because you're not going to have the discard. But yes, I am trying and tasting different recipes using the discard, and until now I'm very pleased with it. Now I need to start making the dough for the filhoses because it has to rise, and because I'm away in middle of the Sunday, it's going to be the time, so when I come back home they will be double the size and I can fry them. So let's go and make this recipe. Okay, so this recipe calls for a lot of ingredients and very special requirements for each ingredient. So the first thing I am going to do is I've got 500 grams of plain flour. Now I am making half of the recipe because it's just for me and my son, and it's going to be plenty. And I can freeze them and have some for Christmas and some for New Year's Eve. So, and if there's some leftovers, I can always eat them at any time because I love it. So yeah, now I am going to add a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt. Now I need to melt some butter, and I need to melt the butter. Now I forgot to add the olive oil, so you have to melt the butter and the olive oil together. It's 1 tablespoon of olive oil because it needs to be warm before it goes into the dough. So you've got a mixture of olive oil and butter. I am going to add it here. Now I am going to use my stand mixer. You can do it by hand if you prefer. It's up to you what you want to do. But because I'm not strong enough, I don't have the strength because I get very tired, and that's why. And I'm going to start whilst the dough is mixing. I've got 50 milliliters of warm water, and I've got 1 sachet of yeast, and I'm going to dissolve this together. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. just mix it all together so it starts the fast action, because that's what you want. You want the yeast to start its action now. Now we are going to, we've got some warm water here, quite hot water basically, not just warm, and I'm going to dip the egg before I break it and put it in the dough. Hope you can see. You need 3 eggs. Don't let the eggs there for too long, because you don't want them to start cooking. Yeah, I used the spoon that had butter in it, but because I'm not going to use the water, it's fine. And you add 3 eggs into the dough. Just the water is quite hot. Away. I've got the 3 eggs, and at this time we are going to also add the yeast. Can you see how foamy it is? Because it's already starting doing its thing basically. And now let's mix again. I've got the zest of an orange. I'm gonna add it here together with the and then I've got the juice of half an orange, and I've got about 3 tablespoons of port. I bought these in Sainsbury's. And I'm going to add it here, and now I'm gonna put this in the microwave to warm. We're going to add the orange and the port to the dough, and we're going to mix it again. When the dough has formed an elastic ball, your dough is ready to go and rest. And I'm going to put it under a blanket so it can rise. I'll see you later for the rest of the recipe. The dough is looking great, ready to be deep fried. So I've got everything ready. I've got lots of oil in the pan because I need to deep fry. I've got my mixture of sugar and cinnamon. I've got a deep tray, and I've got a bowl with olive oil. my Filhoses. I made 20 small ones. I prefer them small than large. I know traditionally you'd make them big and people would make a lot of them because of big families. This is the right quantity for me and my son, and I know this would last us, a while. I might freeze half of it, so I eat first and then we start eating so they don't get like stalled. But I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I can't wait to taste one. I'm gonna just allow it to cool down a little bit more, but they are great eating cold. So yeah. I hope you've enjoyed watching this Portuguese recipe. This is a traditional Portuguese food for Christmas. Okay, we are almost finishing Vlogmas. I hope you've enjoyed these, and I hope to see you very, very soon for another one. Take care and happy Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas.